How many sofas do we really need? How many chairs? Do we need to hang pictures at all on walls? Maybe only on one wall? Or on none? How many knickknacks do we really need on our coffee table or shelves? In reality, we need functionality and practicality that blends with no superfluous embellishments. Shapes should be quite uncomplicated, and colors and textures should harmoniously blend. If we really stop to think about it, we do not need so many things. We can live in any space with a lot less. Let's take a look at our guide next, and learn what the concept of minimalism is, and how they have achieved these form-focused interiors at home. What is minimalism? Minimalism is about keeping a space simple, uncluttered, and accentuating the attractive architectural features of a space. The palette is mostly monochromatic and color is used as an accent. Minimalism and functionality go hand in hand. A minimalist design space incorporates an open floor plan, lots of light, and simple line furnishings that are well built and comfortable. All these create a soothing and inviting space that has a timeless aesthetic. Minimalism allows something other than the space to be the focus. For example, the people in the space or the view from the window might be more important than the room's decoration. Everything should be functional and add value to the space. You still need all of the items in a space for it to function, but in minimalist decor, form is very important. For example, in a dining room, you need a table and chairs. These pieces need to speak to one another and relate in regards to things like line, color, mass, etc. They must work well together in their basic shape. All of the furniture in this minimalist condominium living room was purposeful: chairs to comfortably sit in, tables for drinks, hidden window treatments to allow views from this high-story residence, a fireplace to warm. Even the art is simple in composition. While minimalist architecture also aims to condense content and streamline form and structure, it has a complex language on its own. Minimalist architecture involves the use of reductive design elements, without ornamentation or decoration. Proponents of minimalism believe that condensing the content and form of a design to its bare essentials reveals the true essence of architecture. Illustrating aesthetic restraint is a key concept in formal simplicity and architectural minimalism. This renovated Central Park South home was built on principles of ergonomics, functionality, and sustainability. Working within a space with inherited elements that could not be altered, such as the existing plumbing chase, with a false wall used to conceal plumbing, the designer prioritized reducing the bulk problem. The chase has an unintended purpose, that of a visual barrier, thus blocking a direct view into the workings of the busy open-plan kitchen. The new full-height upper cabinets, floor-to-ceiling pantry closets, and the utilization of all under-the-counter island spaces increased the storage capacity of this kitchen by 20%. Simplicity in design and uniqueness in resolution are key to this alteration. Minimalism is an approach to design where the elements of the structure are simplified to their essential components. Nothing is added for effect. The design thrives on the beauty of the forms and the materials used to create the forms. In minimalism, the design needs to be clear and simple, but not boring. This is where the use of light, form, and beautiful materials is so essential. The craft of the construction is incredibly important since you cannot add trim to cover misalignments. In the kitchen, storage is a key tool for maintaining a minimalist living space while meeting realistic functionality concerns for the typical homeowner or family. They added an open box shelf to visually unite the column and wall and provide storage for their clients. In a minimalist space, walls and floors must be level to create connections between elements with minimal joint lines, and installation of cabinets must be nearly perfect. The idea of uncluttered and clean space is truly a driver behind the minimalist movement and the desire to seek and adapt its principal ideas in interior design. Minimalist design has a calming effect by letting us live in a well-designed and uncluttered space. We make sure to provide ample closed storage so that the architecture and interiors can be uncluttered. It creates a calm haven for living. While minimalism erupted from the modern movement, its definition has expanded with its employment throughout various interior design movements. It can also take place in spaces that are classic and traditional in their design. The key is for the space to feel clean and orderly and not cluttered with too many furnishings, accessories, and colors that do not complement and blend.
you want to support the channel and my videos, you can do so by leading your collaboration through PayPal, Patreon, and YouTube. Super thanks. The links will be in the description box. And if you can't make a monetary collaboration, it doesn't matter. You can also support by liking the video, commenting, and sharing it with your friends on your social networks. In this contemporary dining area and foyer, the designer went with a palette of mostly gray, with touches of white.
Note that only a single crystal vase with lilac flowers adorns the glass foyer top. The only real touch of color is in the brown dining room table, which adds warmth and a welcoming feel.
There are no paintings to decorate the walls adjacent to the dining room. The final look is an uncluttered, clean, airy, and sophisticated space, perfectly functional and harmonious, that offers tranquility to the eye and serenity to the soul.
The modern movement introduced a new way to live with open floor plans and clean designs free of unnecessary ornament.
We should learn how to handle the complexity and realize that the art of design is to make complex things simple.
The pure sensibility of this job evolves not from a predetermined architectural style, but rather from the intent to design clean, intelligent, and functional space that operates as a background to what function is contained within them. The biggest challenge is to make a space look warm and welcoming, but is definitely achievable by combining different shades, tints, and textures to create a dynamic atmosphere. This master bedroom was conceived as a serene refuge from the busy street. Created with a monochromatic palette of light gray and shades of texture, the bed is upholstered in a soft wool fabric, the walls are covered in a linen wallpaper, and a distressed wool rug warms the floor. The different textures complement each other and create a soothing atmosphere. The sheer drapery filters the light through the large windows, and a pop of color comes from the tufted light blue armchair.
One of the biggest challenges for most homeowners is knowing when to stop designing or adding to the space. If the space functions well, is simple in its composition without being overly stimulating, you know that you are finished. Just like artists must stop at some point and not add colors or brush strokes, a designer too must know when to stop. It's impossible to deny the serenity and simple beauty when confronted with a resolved minimalist interior, but achieving this look is more deliberate and frankly, difficult, than just choosing a few pieces of furniture for a white backdrop, which can leave a space feeling cold, sparse, and unlived in. That's why keep watching these videos and put together the home you always wanted.